Ms. Tabor back with another lesson from LLI that I can share with you from permission from the publisher Heinemann. Today we are going to work on another phonics lesson. I might do a little bit of writing about our book that we read last time, writing about some things that we learned from The Fun Club Goes to the Dairy Farm, and then it will be your job to read a new book. And then we might go over those words that have similar patterns that start with an A that either can say A or can say Remember, sometimes A has 3 sounds. Very tricky. So the phonics piece that we're going to go over is working on vowel combinations. I believe last time we worked on this, I did it with the magnetic letter chart on the internet. Today we are not going to do that. I'm going to make a list with a chart. So let's take a look. So this is what we did last time using the magnetic letter tiles. So we're working on vowel combinations. So today, or right now, the EA is going to say E, and we add the R, and it says ear. So this is the word deer, tear, fear, rear. Again, that EA says E. We're going to add the T to it. This is the word seat, meat, wheat, and beat. Now we're moving on to the AI vowel combination. Now normally, when 2 vowels are together, the first one does the long vowel sound. So this is going to say A. When we add it to the L, it kind of does change the sound a tiny bit, but ale. This is the word pale. We're going to write a few more. Pale, sail, snail, and mail. This is the mail that you get in the mailbox, like a letter. Not mail as in the boy or the male. That's spelled differently, a homophone. Okay, we're going to move on. So again, that AI says A, and then we add the R. Now, this can kind of be an R-controlled word. It's a little bit tricky. Air. You can kind of hear that A sound. It's a little bit tricky. So this is the word hair. Let's kind of rhyme with it, but we need to make sure that we have it spelled with the AI. So fair, as in you're going to a fair or like a carnival. Chair and stare. Oops. So again, these words are working on that vowel combination. Sometimes there are rule breakers, so don't get tricked, but always try the first way that you know, meaning the long sound of the first vowel that you see. Okay, great job. So then I said, after this, I'm just going to go to a new page. I mentioned I'm going to do a little bit of writing about the book that we read last time. Writing some facts or some things that we learned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this screen a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go ahead and get the book, The Fun Club Goes to the Dairy Farm. So then we can see both at the same time. Look at that. I'm going to kind of side share this. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure how the other pages are going to turn out. We'll see. So I'm going to think of something that I learned. Well, remember, what do cows eat in this book? Remember, it's going to be about this book. What did Mr. Moody feed his cows? Right here. I like this sentence. They eat corn and pellets, food pellets. Didn't his also eat something else? What else did they eat? Oh, grass. They also ate grass. So I'm not going to actually copy all of those things. I'm just going to write it in one complete sentence. And I'm going to say that cows, starting with an uppercase letter, cows eat, there's that long E, that EA together, eat grass. I'm going to make a list. So when I make a list, I need to separate the words using a comma. Grass, corn, and when it's the last thing in a list, then we use the word and. grass, corn, and food pellets. Awesome. Well, remember that dark, bold word? I'm not sure if you can totally see it. The screen is really tiny. Let's see if I can make that smaller and make this bigger. The cud. That was a really interesting word. Let's talk about what cud is. So remember the cows burp up. What did they burp up? Grass in little lumps, and the little lumps are called cud. So I'm going to write that. Cows burp up grass in little lumps, period. The lumps are called cud. That one is really interesting. What did the cows do with the cud? Well, let's go back to the story. Then they chew it again. Ew. So they chew up something that they just almost spit up. Gross. We're going to write that again. Write that because it's something that we learned. The cows chew the cud. Ew. Great job. So think about some other things that you learned from this story. I'm not going to go back and show you the pages right now. If you're interested in wanting to use text evidence, meaning going back to the story and proving or finding the stuff that you learned, go ahead to the other video that we used and find some of the things that you learned using the text evidence. Okay, great job. So I'm going to put that away. I'm going to make this bigger. And now we're going to get to our new story. Take a look. You are going to read this one yourself. In our last video I mentioned I gave you a couple tips or hints of what the book was. It's called Going Camping. Did you have a guess? Was it about camping? So in this story, the girl, her name is Linda, and she's telling the story. She's going camping with her family. Think about some of the things her family might need to go camping. Have you ever gone camping? What are some things that you brought? Or have you ever seen it on TV or a video? What are some things that you need? Well, read this story and you're going to find out about the family's camping trip. What did they pack? Where did they go? And how was it? So you are going to read. I'm going to go through each page. Go ahead and pause the video, read it, and then continue the video again. Going camping. I do want to pause for a moment. This book is interesting. It's being told as it's happening right now. So what are you getting? I ask Mom. I'm getting the lights, Mom says. Usually this is Mom said. Usually it's past tense, but this is happening right now. I like this speech bubble. Do you have a guess of where they're going camping? Here's that word where. It starts with that WH digraph. Where are we going to camp? I ask. Dad says, we are going to the place we like the best. Where is that? Find that compound word, break it apart. Where are they? Backyard. So they are going camping in their backyard. Did they need all of those things that they packed if they were going camping in their backyard? So they packed tons of things: the tent, lights, apples and water, bug spray, a ball, games. They brought their dog, Casey, and the whole family's excited about going camping. And then the surprise at the end, or what surprised me, is that they're camping in their backyard. They didn't need all that stuff. They could go in the house and get the games, but they probably really wanted to feel like they were camping somewhere else, so they brought all of the things that they needed, so they did not have to go into the house. Awesome. I hope you were able to read that yourself using your expression and using your voice when there was dialogue. Okay, I want to show you one more thing. Last lesson we wrote some words that followed a similar pattern, meaning starting with an A. So these words are about, along, again, around, across. Or we could say about, along, again, around, across. I'm going to add a couple more. Ahead and ago. So thinking about those words, they have the same pattern with that A, making the sound or a sound. But remember, there were these couple rule breakers. Technically, they're not the rule breakers. These words are the rule breakers. So this is the word after and apple, both making that short A vowel sound. Ah. Great. All right. So there you have it, our new book. Again, go back through and reread it, getting really good at it, really smooth, really accurate. Remember, the more times you read, the better you will get. Right? Thanks for tuning in, and I will have another lesson for you guys soon.